Thanks for listening to me. I think, as you say, every time we're here, it's always a major issue. I think, people are shocked by the fact that that you make this move. And most people will say that this is an internal party problem that you're trying to resolve through a by-election. I understand that you did explain in Penang that it is more than that. That you are, you're trying to strengthen Selangor, in particular, with the incessant attack from up north, like for instance the Allah issue and all that. But you cannot run away from the fact that, it is also an internal party problem now. Now, how are you going to explain to, especially Malaysian readers who are, the way they react to it, that, this is at least an outrage that you are trying to, resolve an internal party issue because of.
You see, I wouldn't call it an outrage, but I think the legitimate concerns expressed. That I think you use the voters or Kajang folks to resolve your internal feud. I must say that firstly, it's not quite correct. I wouldn't deny that there has been, problems, and yes, brewing problems between the two leaders in the state, and but the decision to go to Kajang is beyond that. I recognize that Khalid has been effective in terms of economic management, in terms of a clean government, state government, you see. But we need to go again, I say, beyond that, because the attack, as you say, incessant attack on issue of religion, race, must be handled both by, the manner we manage the economy to assure the Selangor rakyat and also Malaysians, but also to we need the political clout and strength. I cannot accept Selangor be held every time at ransom. Every other week you have this problem, this attack, and we seem to be quite helpless. Either they use some state apparatus, or they use some of the NGOs, and not much can be done. And I think what I need to do is to make sure to help together with the Pakatan Rakyat leaders to allow Selangor to emerge as an effective, strong, formidable force of the rakyat. Not that Pakatan Rakyat is just a vehicle to say that no, we will not allow this to happen. And this requires a strong political leadership.
How would you do it differently than Anwar Ibrahim if you become MB?
Yeah, it is not probably quite correct for me to preempt too many things, but I've had elected discussions with Khalid on this, and he is, with us, but he does not have the same political position or acumen to do that. I would say that we have to make it very clear. The issue of Islam, I will start by reassuring the Muslims. There's no way can we allow Islam to be threatened. No, I don't believe that Islam will be threatened, or to allow that to happen. And I would say that you have all the resources at your disposal to enhance the position of Islam, to use the mosque, to educate, to launch your da'wah programs. But you should never allow people to be held at ransom, and to instill this sort of fear among the non-Muslims, the Hindus in the past and now the Christians. So I would then go at the second stage to say, look, constitutional guarantees, the state constitution is all clear. So don't interpret, the way one faction likes. We here as a nation, as a state, to protect the right of every citizen. I know it's not, to me, it's not political stuff. It's beyond that, because I've met people who really, not only enraged, but virtually fearful, and this is something which is pathetic. after half a century of independence. That is why I was persuaded, and I think took a lot of courage and swallowed a lot of pride in coming out with this statement a fortnight ago on the national consensus. I mean, I've been with the background, jailed, brutally assaulted, and then maligned, demonized every night on television, and still see olive branch to say, look, these are issues beyond our political differences, but affecting the people. And I think it takes a leadership and courage to do that.
So do you think that this Kajang move has actually distracted from that? Because straight from that, people are saying you can't even have consensus in your party, that you didn't inform key people in Pakatan about this move that PKR is doing, and then you want to have this national consensus thing. You can't even have consensus.
Well, I think I've asked Rafizi given the dates, that we notified.
Yeah.
The seat, for example, in the issue of the seat, has never been a problem in the past. I mean, it's a past seat vacant, it's past they decide. Although the announcement will be made only after the meeting, which did take place in our case. And the DAP vacancy, the same matter. This is the same practice in the past. So I don't see why is there a consensus required beyond this. There was a consensus.
Going back to Rafizi's statement on the dates, it appears that Pakatan top leadership were in the dark. So,
what
was Rafizi referring to when he said that?
Well, he did, his top leadership, in fact, I did call to Guru Hadi Awang and Kit, but I did concede. I mean, they may be, I mean, we were actually spared the very fast track sort of decision to avoid this too much speculation. There was a discussion whether we should announce Anwar's candidacy early enough. I said better, because I would anticipate, as Steve had said, I mean, we did anticipate this, which means it's not that bad. You do, and you can read the sentiment of the message, which is to me a positive trait in political leadership, because normally people are in a state of denial, say no, they will accept me, I'm a great hero, period. But in this case, no. I say, look, they can be my friends, they can be my supporters, but they will be quite angry until you come up with a detailed explanation. So we give them the space. Now, the only person that I did not, I mean, it happened because under the intense pressure, although I did speak to Kit, I did not speak to Guan A. And I did call him the following morning, and he returned my call in the afternoon. I did apologize, because with Guan A, it's not just as a leader of the APM, but a very close friend, associate. I mean, Guan Eng has been extremely cordial, kind with me, I mean, shared with me a lot of issues, and maintained that contact. So he was quite surprised why I didn't indicate to him or inform much earlier. So I mean, that's quite resolved. I mean, I concede.
You said that it had to be sped along. Why this urgency that you didn't even have the time to ring up Guan Eng?
No, I had the time. I mean, there was a mistake. Yeah, I mean, there's a mistake. I concede. But I did call him, Lim Kit Siang. I thought was educate. I mean, in normal circumstances, if I speak to Hadi, it's enough. Or Kit Siang. But in the case, because my personal relations with Guan Eng, I mean, we were close, you see. So I think it is justified. It's only fair for him to expect that. I did not. It's a mistake.
Yeah, but he's the Secretary General of the party.
But normally here in Pakatan establishment, it is me, Kit, and Hadi, you see? And of course, then we leave it to the party leaders to then contact the rest. That's it.
Yeah, why did it have to happen so fast that you had to come in, do everything quickly without?
Not fast. There've been discussion. There's been rumors for some time, but I wasn't persuaded, because I thought for a number of reasons it's difficult for me. It's a difficult decision. Number one, as Aziza said, you are now putting yourself propaganda, firing squad, or almost firing line, and people will ask, why not other personalities? Why now? I mean, all these issues will have to crop up, but we have to deal with it. But I think it is better. If you want to do it now, because we still have time to prove that we can perform, we can effectively resolve some of the outstanding issues, and don't drag, because if it goes on, I don't believe people gave this strong mandate. But I think people, it's only fair that people expect more, and you can sense this in the dialogues. They support the state government, but they say, look, we have to do more. But we say, we have a problem with the federal government. Yeah, but you resolve it. How? It doesn't matter, but we want it resolved. So that sort of issue also, I mean, concerns are being expressed.
Do you have full support from Asmin as well as Khalid Ibrahim regarding this move?
Yes.
You won't expect any problem from them later on?
No. I think Khalid and Azmin has been all involved. Khalid Azmin immediately got the entire state election machinery organized. Tanzik Khalid, in fact, indicated to me that he thinks that his responsibility, his duty, he wants even possibly to be considered as a director of elections. I said, well, Khalid, you're busy and you're stuck in Kajang. He said, no, I owe it the people of Kajang, the state, to show, which is very commendable. I mean, I did not suggest that Khalid should be director of elections because I thought he has other responsibility, but he thinks otherwise. He realizes that as head of the state, he should be seen to be directly involved. Which to me, I mean, I'm of course deeply touched by this show of support.
From the point that the Star speculation story came
this morning.
No, I mean the Jocelyn.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Jocelyn. And right to the point when you
Who has never been kind to me all these ages.
So
Yeah.
from that point to the point where you were announced as the candidate for Kajang, you had been consistently denying that you would become MP or that Khalid Ibrahim would be removed. Why is that?
You see, you shouldn't quote Jocelyn Tan. She never appeared in any interview. No, I said, for now, Khalid will be the MP. And then they asked it. I said, don't speculate. I said, I'm very careful. I mean, Steve is monitored for some time. Very careful. I did not say I will not be an MP. I said, for now, Khalid is the MP. I understand the process, the consensus, and understand in my understanding of the constitution and understand the Malay culture and the deference given to the institution of the Sultan. So I made very clear that for now, Khalid is MP.
Yeah, but let's assume that if you become MP, what would be the role of Khalid Ibrahim then?
We say Khalid has proven himself effective in managing the state, at least the state's economy. MB or otherwise, I believe it is the interest of the state that he continues to play an effective role, including the economic advisor or whatever, but of course the position, we will come to that when...
so you guys will be switching role. You're the economic advisor now?
Yeah, probably he's the real economic advisor.
What about the palace ministry? Do you foresee problems coming from that side?
It's quite unfair to prejudge the what the Sultan should say. As I said, I understand the constitution. I know the ramification, but in deference, ruler, I always say that in the constitutional monarchy, in the parliamentary democracy, it's not just the legal or constitutional. If you accept the institution of kingship or royalty, then there are the paraphernalia and a facade of office that you need to recognize, and that means deference. That means giving that legitimacy of authority, which means that we are to submit one name. Is one name for consideration and royal assent by the ruler. So I put it at that. I know the Sultan, and I don't foresee this sort of interpretation of people using the office of the ruler as an excuse.
Any communication between your side and the palace since this Kajang by-election issue?
I would say normally that sort of contact or communication is not for public consumption. It's like, well, I whisper to Aziza.
Now with Lee, the assembly person who resigned, was it, how did you manage to get him to step down?
Well, I did not. In fact, I met him only the day he was due to resign. Friends have been communicating, and I mean, I must say that, I mean, I don't know him well, frankly. The first time of my real personal exchange with him was that day, before he submitted the letter to Speaker Hanayo. Now, I mean, I think Zuraida and Rafizi and some others have talked to him, and he was, I mean, he was willing. I mean, quite easy, and because they said that, you know, in the event you resign, Anwar will take your place. So immediately he says, okay, if this is Anwar, then it's all right. So there wasn't difficult. When he met me, he was just saying that to confirm, are you sure that you're not sending the seat to somebody else? He said, no, not likely. That day. So I said, yes, I'm going to contest. I said, that's only clarification I want to hear from you directly. I said, yes.